Okay, now let's get started. Hello and welcome to Vibrant Living with Nousha. I'm Nousha and very excited to have a special guest today, Chikako Tsukada. Welcome, Chikako.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I'm excited about our topic for today, and that is our emotional health. And specifically, we're going to talk about emotion code. Now, if you go back to episode number 1, you will remember that I talk about the 5 pillars of optimum health. And one of the pillars that is often not really taken care of is our emotional health. And so I'm super excited to bring more awareness and understanding today, and for people to hear about how you transformed and elevated your emotional health. And now you've gone on as a shiatsu practitioner and an emotion code practitioner to really serve people and support them in elevating their emotional health. So the way Chikako and I heard about Emotion Code was about 2 years ago. We were at a Team Living Legacy retreat at Sonaviv Medical Institute. And if you are curious about Team Living Legacy, you can go to teamlivinglegacy.com to learn more. And Sonaviv Medical Institute, a magical place that we thoroughly enjoyed. And you can learn more about that by visiting my website, NoushaBehbahanian.com, under the resource section and the Vibrant Living Community Service Providers. So enjoy. And Chikako, would love to have our listeners hear about how it is you discovered Emotion Code and what the process was for you.
Okay, so when we went to the retreat 2 years ago, you were very interested and you said you should try this. But honestly, I wasn't interested because I tried so many energy healing and personal growth, and I was still struggling with my emotions, not being able to express, and nothing really worked in the past. So I said, no, I'm not interested. But you tried it, and after you came out from your session, I saw you being freed up, and you're acting like a little girl and relaxed and vibrant. And I thought, I have to try this session. Yeah. So you enrolled me.
Awesome. Yeah, I remember that. I remember I came out and you were inspired by that, and I remember the experience. It was amazing. And actually, if you want to share what the process is, like what happens with Emotion Code, what happens in a typical session, and how long is a session?
Right. So as a practitioner, I connect with the client's subconscious. And because subconscious knows everything about the person, and then I use muscle test, and so that's how I communicate with their subconscious, right? And get answer what kind of energy you can release during the session. So that's how we detect those energy, and then when the client is ready to release, then we stimulate their back beside the spine lightly during the in-person session, and release those energy. And I also do online session, so I don't have to touch their back physically. I can release those energetically as well.
Beautiful. And what I recall about the session is it's an art as much as it is a science, and there's actually a program that's created that helps navigate the practitioner to support the client in the best way possible. So a chiropractor actually came up with the process of Emotion Code, and he's created a computer program that can help you to detect where to go next to best serve the client, and also communicate with their subconscious, which is super cool. So this is like very energetic type of process that really elevates people's emotional health. And so I love that you can do this remotely as well. That's awesome. It's really awesome. I've had a few remote sessions with Chikako as well, and they've been as effective as when we do it in person. So,
right. Yeah,
so if you're anywhere in the world and you're interested, you can have a session with Chikako. Now, the impact of not taking care of our emotional health is what?
So could be physically, like if you have any physical symptoms, yeah. So health, right? You might lose like healthy, like a physical body, and might attract illness, disease, and also emotional imbalances you might create. So you might feel, depressed or sad or being angry that you cannot really cope with, right? And also you might feel lost with who you are and what you really are passionate about doing in life, which is, I think it's very, very important, right, for us to enjoy our life fully.
Yeah. So it's important to take care of our emotional health, and it's like, for example, when we're cooking in the kitchen, after we finish cooking, we usually take the garbage out, and it's like our emotions are piling up, and this is a process of kind of like taking, quote unquote, the garbage out. Not that our emotions are garbage, but we honor and appreciate everything, every experience that we have, but some of these things are old, and I remember you once sharing that it's kind of like carrying a backpack. Yeah. And it's heavy, and you continue to move on in life with all this heaviness. And my experience with Emotion Code is this lightening process of my being, and you saw that in me when I first got the session. Is you saw this lightness, and I was acting like a little girl because I was going back to who I really am, and the source of being vibrant and happy and fulfilled. And so it is important for us to take care of our emotional health, and Emotion Code is one thing we can do. And I remember when I had my first session, the first thing, I sat down and the practitioner says, okay, so what would you like to work on? And as Chikako just said, usually when you have some pain in your body, discomfort, or if you're feeling prolonged feelings of depression or sadness or feeling lost, that is a sign that you may be carrying a lot of emotions that have been unprocessed or unresolved. And so for me, I was like, well, I feel relatively great. I don't know. And so the practitioner said, well, why don't we work on your heart wall? And I thought that was fascinating, because what she did based on the computer program she had and connecting to my subconscious is we went deeper into some of the past experiences I had that affected my heart. And we were able to, she would talk about a certain age that something happened, and I was right away able to bring the image of something that happened that affected my heart, and we were able to release it. So tell us more about the heart wall. How does that work, and
how we create heart wall, right?
Yeah.
So when you're living your life, sometimes you feel like painful experience, right?
Yeah.
And then we don't want to experience that again. So that's when we start create those heart wall, so that you don't feel this pain as much, or sometimes we feel numb from feeling hurt or angry, sadness, all that, right? So the heart wall is the layers of those trapped emotions. Yeah, it's an energy wall that you cannot see with our eyes, but yeah, we feel that. And so this heart wall protects you from feeling hurt and pain again, but at the same time you feel numb, or you feel less with feeling loved or happiness and connected. So you also lose that feeling as well. So you might feel lost with who you are and what you really want to do in life.
Beautiful. Yeah. So we create this heart wall based on things that happen to us in life as a protection mechanism. Yeah. But unfortunately, when we create this protection mechanism, we're not able to feel the full gamut. So we protect ourselves from pain, but at the same time, we can't feel full joy,
right,
because there's a wall there.
Yeah.
And I love what you're saying about sometimes we feel lost and not sure of where to go because we're numbed to our emotional guidance system of this is what makes me happy. So there's a numbness there, and I found it very beneficial to go through that process and clear out the heart wall of things that happened that at the time I wasn't able to process. So I'm very great. I was very, very grateful. So Chikako, I would love for you to share with our listeners what the difference is between emotion code and body code, because Chikako actually offers both. What is the difference?
Yes, so emotion code is part of body code. So you can release trapped emotions inside of emotion code, and you can release other energy that is trapped in your body as well. For example, let's see, the beliefs, negative beliefs that you have about yourself or about something, and that is also energy. So you can release those energy and free from it. And also you can get some advices from your subconscious about your health, about your lifestyle, so you can get those information as well from the body code.
Beautiful. Okay, so the trapped emotions are not just in our heart, they can be anywhere in our body.
Yes.
And the computer program that you have that leads you through navigating what does the person's subconscious want to heal.
Right.
And so as the practitioner, you are led to what needs to be healed next.
Right.
Wow, that's so beautiful. And you know, it goes back to the whole point about dis-ease, and disease comes from not taking care of our emotional health. And I think, to be very fair, many of us are not even aware that these kinds of modalities are available for healing. And so, yeah, it's such a pleasure to have you do this, to serve people, to elevate their emotional health. It's so beautiful. So, Chikako, you're a part of Team Living Legacy, and the vision of Team Living Legacy is to elevate health one conversation at a time. So, what is your vision for the world in elevating health one conversation at a time?
Yes, so this is very fascinating for me. So 93% of people have heart walls, so it's very normal for us to create those heart walls. And then we are lost with this, right? So my vision is to help people getting rid of these heart walls and find who they are and living, even living their life fully, like with doing what they really love to do. So transforming that way, and a lot of people are freed up and finding who they are. That's my vision with my practice.
Beautiful, beautiful. And that's so true. When we're connected to our emotions and our emotional guidance system, then we're able to distinguish what we love and what we don't, and move towards the things that we want and create those things. So beautiful. Thank you so much, Chikako, for being here today and for all the work you're doing for elevating health on the planet, one emotion code session at a time. And again, to learn more about Chikako, you can go to NoushaBehbahanian.com, and Chikako is one of our Vibrant Living Community Service Partners, and learn more there. And Chikako actually has a very generous offer to the listeners of the Vibrant Living with Nousha show. So enjoy, friends. Thank you again, Chikako. And until next time, be vibrant, be bright. It is your birthright. Now, let's go out there and shine our light. Thank you for investing this time with me on the Vibrant Living with Nousha podcast. I'm so glad that you joined our conversation. If you would take 2 minutes to positively impact someone's life by sharing this episode, that would be wonderful. Please leave us a review by visiting iTunes. Let us know what you enjoy and what you'd like to see more of. It will support us on our journey to causing a worldwide epidemic of vibrant living. Until next time, be vibrant, be bright. It's your birthright. Now, let's go out there and shine our light.